And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to some girls wrestling action here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. My name is Zach Roseman. I'll be joined by my brother Josh here in just a moment as we are getting ready for the first ever solo girls wrestling only match in Collinsville history, as the Kahawks are set to take on the Knights of Triad. We're a couple minutes away from the start of action. All right, crowd starting to form here on a Wednesday night. We'll be getting ready to go here in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. Be back in just a moment on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Are you a collector of sports trading cards and other sports memorabilia? Then you need to check out Rippin' Rookies Cards and Collectibles in Collinsville. Rippin' Rookies specializes in sports cards from all the major sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, plus Star Wars cards and more. Rippin' Rookies buys, sells, and trades cards and other memorabilia, and they have a large selection of single and graded cards. Walk-ins at Rippin' Rookies are welcome, or you can set up an appointment for large collections at sales@rippinrookies.com. Rippin' Rookies, 102 East Clay Street in the Old Herald Complex. Open Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rippin' Rookies, Collinsville sports card and memorabilia destination.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Mike and Sarah's Produce in Collinsville is a one-stop destination for seasonal fruits, vegetables, and more. Located at 116 North Bluff Road, Mike and Sarah's Produce features fresh selections of your favorite fruits and veggies, from cherries, peaches, and watermelons to corn, tomatoes, and zucchini. You can find all of your produce needs at Mike and Sarah's. Seasonal favorites such as pumpkins in the fall, summer peaches, spring asparagus, and more. Plus, Mike and Sarah's Produce is a go-to in the spring for flowered plants, hanging baskets, and a large selection of fresh seafood. Mike and Sarah's Produce, 116 North Bluff Road in Collinsville. Stop by today. Looking for something to get your student involved in? Maybe joining the Collinsville Kahawk Trap Team is that something. Created in 2017, the Collinsville Kahawk Trap Team has joined a long line of area schools in one of the fastest growing and safest sports in the country. Trap shooting is a fun, team-oriented outdoor sport that offers friendship, competition, and teamwork, all in a safe and fun environment that encourages students to be part of a team in which they will learn valuable skills and are encouraged to engage in community involvement through volunteering and mentoring. If Collinsville Trap sounds like something your student would be interested in, call Collinsville Trap at 618-795-9893 or visit Collinsville Kahawk Trap on Facebook. 618-795-9893. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We are just about ready to go here for the introduction of the lineup. We got the hype video being played here. It should be a pretty interesting time here as we are just about ready to go here. We're set to go for this matchup between Collinsville and Triad. Kahawks are 1-0 in dual meet action so far this year. And are getting ready to go here, coming off of a third place finish in the annual Triad, or Granite City tournament. Tournament that Triad were also in, and they finished second. So should be a pretty competitive meet here. Kahawks 1-0 in dual meet action as they pretty comfortably defeated Belleville East as they finished playing the hype video here at Fletcher Gym. And the girls will make their way out onto the mat here shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on your feet and welcome your
Collinsville Athletic Director Clay Smith doing the role of PA tonight. Certainly appreciate the work that he does. We are just about ready to go here. Should be a fun time. Gonna get started a little late, but scheduled for 6 o'clock, but we'll make do here. We are a little bit of a student section, pretty good crowd on hand, you would say, wouldn't you, Josh? Do you agree with that, Josh?
Yeah, I would, for sure.
Should be Josh Roseman folks going from basketball yesterday to wrestling today. And tomorrow he's got a band concert, so kind of a busy week for you, Josh. But
yeah, for sure.
It's should be a fun time for everybody as girls make their way out onto the mat now. Obviously, Collinsville girls wrestling has had some success, at least in regard to the area programs. Of course, we Taylor Dawson winning a state championship last year, and moving on now to wrestle at the Division I level with Lindenwood. It should be a fun time. We're going to go ahead and take one more break here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. We'll be back in just a bit for the start of action and the starting lineups for both teams. We'll have more coming up soon here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahawk games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
We welcome you back into Fletcher Gymnasium. We're going to have a couple of exhibition matches before we get going with the main varsity duels. So we're just going to sit back and let you all take it in. Don't have a ton of information on this, unfortunately. This is, I guess, JV matches, for lack of a better term, excuse me. So we'll let you all take it in, but not going to be any commentary for these early matches because, well, we don't really have a ton of information, but here you are. So the Triad wrestlers win all 3 of the exhibition matches. And we're going to be getting underway with the main varsity meet here in just a minute. I don't know if the starting lineups will be introduced. We're just going to kind of play it by ear here. It's kind of how a lot of these wrestling meets go. That's part of... All right, here we go. Harley Hart will wrestle at 100 pounds for Collinsville. At 105 pounds, it'll be Dominique Maston for Collinsville. It'll be at 110 pounds, it'll be Ivana Torres, who had a pretty good showing at the Granite City Tournament, finishing in second place in her weight class. At 115, it'll be Giselle Young for Collinsville against Chloe Graumans for Triad. 120 pounds, it'll be Emma Ford for Collinsville against Daisy Smith for Triad. And 125, it'll be London Long for Collinsville. That is an open weight class for Triad.
Both teams are open, although I did hear that Mr. Bailey from Collinsville will be up to an exhibition bout if anybody wants to challenge him. The 135-pound weight class from Collinsville,
Jayla Harris will wrestle at 135 against McKenna Steele of Triad at 135.
140 from Collinsville,
Addison Bailey will wrestle at 140 for Collinsville. And that is an open weight for Triad. 145. Leanne Corey will wrestle at 155 for Collinsville against Dakota. Kennedy Hewitt will wrestle at 155.
170 here opening Collinsville from Triad,
Tariah Lamb Caraway will wrestle unopposed at 170 for Triad. Amelia Branson at 190 for Triad. Be Nevaeh Hammer against Becca Berlsman. So I'm not sure what weight class we're going to start at. We are going to be getting underway here shortly. As the captains will meet for the disc toss. As we bring in Josh, it should be a fun time. First ever girls only dual meet in Collinsville history. Should be a pretty fun time. 2 fairly evenly matched programs. Gonna have a few open, so kind of results out in probably even enough in terms of numbers that it should be a pretty competitive duel. Should be a fun time for us here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure what weight class we're going to start with, but
we'll
figure that out pretty soon, hopefully.
Yep. Not sure if we're just going to start at 100 and work our way up. Looks like that might be what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll also go pretty quick. Harley Hart will pick up the forfeit. And so with the bottom 3 weight classes open for Collinsville, they will jump out to an 18-0 lead. Dominic Masson will pick up the victory at 110. And Ivana Torres will pick up the victory at...
So Collinsville will be the green team.
I guess so. I guess we'll just kind of figure that out as we go. So we are going to move on to the 115-pound bout. It'll be Giselle Young of Collinsville, who is a freshman?
I believe so, yes.
And then for Triad, Chloe Graumans is, I think there were grades on that roster you showed me, Josh. So we are underway here.
Chloe Grousman is a senior.
Senior against the freshman Young. And we got an even start here. 3 2-minute periods here. Slightly different for the girls and the guys as we are underway here. Attempted takedown from Graumans, unsuccessful. Collinsville coached by Adam Gillespie, Triad coached by Lucas Bernal. As we got a pretty even matchup here, 45 seconds in. A pretty good crowd on hand. A little bit of a student section for Collinsville, which is always nice, as Graumans, another takedown attempt defended well by Young. As we reach 1 minute to go in the first period.
Again, as you said, very even so far.
Yep, just kind of a feeling out process, but normally you got something, seen matches end a lot quicker than this, as the still a neutral position here.
Yeah.
No real advantage here. Graumans does have the leg, but Young's able to maintain enough of a position, and that'll
Maintain on top, which helps.
yeah, stay high. As that is
Still neutral, apparently.
nope, there are the 3 points given to Graumans for the takedown. As with 10 seconds to go, Young will try and work to get to, well, he got some back points, and this will be almost a near fall. Rule it 4 points, so that'll make it 7-0 right at the end of the first period. It'll be Collinsville's choice. And they've Collinsville deferred. And Graumans has chosen up. We are back underway here. Quick grab of the ankle. Young able to temporarily get to her feet, but brought back down by Graumans. Looking to work the leg to set up a pin attempt here, but nothing going as of yet here. As we have attempted pin here. Referee counting, but not enough to determine a pin here. Don't know if any points will be allotted or not. As there we go. Graumans will get a
Near fall, I believe.
4-point near fall. Yep, make it 11-0. So one more would be enough for a 15-point technical fall, which would end the match. But that is one less team point, as Young taken down again by, actually flipped by Graumans. And Young, and big flurry of excitement here, so it'll be, well, looks like we might have a pin here. And there we are. All right. So Graumans picks up the pin, and that'll make it 18-6, first win of the night for Triad. Move right along to 120-pound bout. It'll be Emma Ford of Collinsville against Daisy Smith of Triad. Ford is a senior? Yeah, I was like, it's definitely a name I remember. And Smith of Triad is a, check on that here in just a moment, a junior. As nearly had a takedown there from Smith. Ford does a good job getting the position back to neutral. 30 seconds in here. And we are out of bounds. So all 4 feet have to be outside of the circle. As the attempted quick takedown from Smith is defended by Young, and now able to obtain the takedown is Smith. I'll make it 3-0. We continue on here. Ford trying to fight and get an escape. Coach Gillespie and May giving their instructions. Ford able to get back onto her feet and call it out and neutral. Well, that will give Ford an escape, make it 3-1 with 19.1 seconds to go here. Solid effort there, wouldn't you say? Color commentator is agreeing with me as this is neutral position. And that'll be the end of the period before anything of any substantiality. And the choice is neutral from Smith. I'd like to thank you all for watching. First ever girls only wrestling match. We're happy to be able to provide it for you here. Little piece of Kahok history to a point, Josh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Good for the sport, too.
Yeah. One of, if not the fastest growing in terms of number of participants sports in the country, I believe.
There's a lot of people who do it.
Yeah, a lot of girls getting involved in wrestling as an activity, and certainly has taken root here in Collinsville and several other schools in the area.
I know every year they have a wrestling camp, and this year they had over 200 kids, I think, or something like that. It was a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm. Another takedown there from Smith, and that'll make it 6-1 here. Ford attempting to get the leg, but Smith has defended it well here. Trying to work the shoulder, but nothing doing there. Of course, this will be a conference match going forward. Triad coming in. And don't think about it applying to wrestling, but it certainly does.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
It should be Triad. Bernal, a relatively new coach, but with many, many years of Russ Witzig, who was a coach at Triad for 30-odd years. Some newer blood in the coaching ranks here. Coach Gillespie is, well, first year officially, but he's been in the program, as that'll be the end of the period. Collinsville's choice. Collinsville have chosen up. As we are ready to go here. Ford is chosen up. Smith attempting to get the escape. And there will be the reversal, 2 points. And that'll make it 8-1. Smith has the arm of Ford. And we have a warning for stalling, I'd assume, issued to Ford. Not sure exactly what constitutes that. That's one of the finer details that we miss here, at least with this commentary team.
We try our best.
Yeah, we try our best, and it's kind of fun, but we would be lying if we'd be lying if we called ourselves wrestling experts. But we're happy to provide it for you, and we like to think that we do okay with it anyway. Smith trying to get the back points for Ford, but Emma does a good job staying flat and trying to save potentially even a major decision here. Keeping it under 8 points. Just looking to ride out the last 20 seconds here. Trying to make something happen. And Ford doing a good job here, actually. No, she's not going to win. She's done a pretty good job in the defensive end of things there in the last minute or so. Final score 8-1, so that'll just be a minor decision. So 3 points, I believe, on the team aspect of things. We'll wait confirmation of that here. I believe it's 3. And London Long will pick up the forfeit win, so it'll be 24 to something.
Still waiting on a score.
Anyway, so hold on. So we moved on to the 135-pound bout, 130 open for both schools. So it'll be Jayla Harris of Collinsville. Jayla is we'll check that here as have a takedown, or
that'll be a takedown.
Yes? Oh, well, I don't know. Okay, yeah, 18-9, and then 24-9. And then that's nothing, so yeah. Jayla is a senior, and her opponent, McKenna Steele of Triad, is a...
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Sophomore.
Sophomore, all right. Still scoreless.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess Harris managed to maintain neutral position in the opinion of the referee. So, getting ready to go here. Attempted takedown from Steele, defended well by Harris, at least for now. And now...
That'll be a takedown.
And some near fall points as well. 3.1? Yes. Not long enough to earn 4, and then we'll have a... Oh wait, now we got some more points added, so 9-1, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And trying to go for some more near fall points, but that'll be unsuccessful, and at the end of the first period, shown on the scoreboard is 9-1. Referee will head over and check.
Almost tripped on the edge of the mat there.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Not sure what the referee's looking up the main video board. That's just got the team one. So, okay. So Collins will have the first choice, and it'll be neutral for Harris. And takedown completed there by Steele, and that'll make it 12-1. And looking to go for the pin, and that looks pretty good. Harris does a good job rolling onto her stomach. Able to avoid the pin, but still definitely an advantageous position for Steele. And now able to briefly establish some more back points, and now some more, and that will be a pin eventually. Steele picks up the nice victory there. And we move on to a matchup here at 140. Addie Bailey will pick up 6 more points for Collinsville, make it 30-15. Then we move on to 145. Now, did not actually.
No, this is Addie Bailey wrestling now. I'm not sure who that is.
Oh. Well, this is 145, so I guess it's Addie Bailey against somebody. A little bit of confusion there as we have a
nothing.
Yeah, all that and like still neutral. Well, this is. We have a stoppage for
headgear.
Yeah, loose headgear. Okay. Obviously, safety being the #1 priority. Don't want to.
No cauliflower ears.
Yes. As we have a takedown there from the Triad wrestler. And Bailey able to get a start on reversal, but still in a disadvantageous position.
Doing a good job.
Yep, managing to avoid it for now. And does have the leg of her opponent. And that'll be a reversal. 2 points for the Kahok wrestler. Addison is a junior. We have a illegal hold, I think.
I guess so.
Yeah, penalty point given to Triad. I'm going to assume an illegal hold. Triad wrestler able to get up onto her feet. Bailey still with the advantageous position. And There it is, and that'll be some back points in addition to that. And that'll be the end of the period, but that will be a 3-point near fall. That'll make it 5-4 in favor of Addie after one. Do we know who this is at 145, Josh? For Triad?
I am not sure who this is.
Is this the one where we had like 2 people? We weren't sure.
I think this is
either
Cora Long, I think.
No.
No, this is
so it would be Kennedy Hewitt or
I think this is Adelaide Roth.
Adelaide Roth. Yeah, because Hewitt's wrestling at 155.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Able to get that figured out here. So we are. I'd like to thank you for bearing with us, as that'll be a nothing. Still neutral. And that'll be the takedown for Bailey. That'll make it 8-4 in her favor. Probably been the most entertaining match we've had so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Minute 9 to go here in the second period. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Weather a little warmer in terms of actual temperature, but very windy, at least this morning.
Gust up to 45 is what I was told.
Yeah. I don't know if it was blowing quite that much as I was making my way to work this morning, but getting ready to go here.
The video board goes off here in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium.
Not anything that you can see. The scoreboard down there still works. So, yeah, we've got the score at 30-15 on the team aspect of things, as Bailey trying to get the shoulders turned and successful in doing so, at least for a moment. And that's got to be close. Nice bridge there from Roth.
Yeah.
And able to avoid the pin. That will be a
near fall
of the 4-point variety. And that'll be the end of the second. It'll be 12-4 in favor of Addison Bailey after 2 periods. Curious to see how Addie did actually at the Granite City tournament. We will get the update on that here in just a moment. Bailey got the leg hooked, and that'll be a
escape, I think.
Call it a reversal.
Oh, okay.
Or at the very least, an escape. Still definitely Addie up by a fair margin. Takedown there from
reversal.
If I'm Triad, I'm honestly a little bit confused by that. Now you just got to hang on for a minute. She's got a pretty sizable lead. Just got to hold on for another minute. And Bailey able to get the reversal. And there is a pin. Nice job for Addie. And that'll make it 36-15. At the 145-pound division, so we'll move on to 155.
See Leanne Corey take on
this will be Kennedy Hewitt.
Yes.
All right. And Leanne quickly able to pick up a takedown. And looking for some back points here. Kahok fans making some noise here. And nearly there. And it's got to be pretty close, right?
Yeah.
There it is. All right. That's 39 seconds for that one. Nice win for the
Junior. I
junior?
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, junior. It was like junior or sophomore. That'll make it 42-15. And then we've got two open weights for Triad. So that'll make it 42-27, and we are already on to our final bout of the night. We're up to the 235-pound weight class. It'll be Nevaeh Hammer Burries of Collinsville, who is a Nevaeh is a, bear with me for a moment here, folks. Doop, 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 doop. No, that's not what I need. Leanne's a sophomore.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. I was like, as we've got Nevaeh Hammer Burries, who is a freshman. That's what the roster says, so we'll go with that. So I guess the roster was wrong. Nevaeh is actually a junior. We'll be wrestling. As we are getting ready to go here, Nevaeh Hammer Burries is a freshman wrestling Becca Burlesman, who is a sophomore. Two underclassmen going at it here. In our final bout of the night, Collinsville has secured the team victory, which is always nice. But looking to add some more points to that margin of victory. As a takedown there for Hammer. There it is. It's a fun name.
Yeah, it is.
Nevaeh Hammer. Just one M. Not quite like the
tool.
Yeah, but definitely a fun name anyway. As see if the freshman can pick up the pin here. And definitely moving around a fair amount, trying to find an advantage here. As this is, as we're getting towards the end of it, this is our last broadcast for the week. As Hammer trying to get the roll, and nearly some back points, but Burlesman does a good job escaping it, and that'll be the end of the first period. Shows some good fight here. And we're working hard trying to get some back points, but Burlesman does a good job holding steady in that regard. We have a caution for an illegal hold. And there will be the penalty point assessed. Coach Gillespie and Collinsville boys coach Jordan May providing some instructions. Some more wrestling for you. 1 week from tomorrow. Big duel against Edwardsville, which is always a tough task. It seems like every year Edwardsville have a quality program as Burries.
Me and Todd Duke were actually talking about that last night. Edwardsville is one of those schools that it doesn't really matter what the sport is. They always seem to have some very good athletes.
Yep. And some benefits, large school, a town that is definitely in a community that has definitely made the choice to invest in the athletic program there at Edwardsville.
Yes.
It's evidenced by the very, very, very nice facilities they have there. But yeah, it just kind of leads to success. They've had some good coaches there, and the environment is combined for fair amount of success across the board. We have a stall point given to Burries to the benefit of
Burlesman.
no, to the detriment of Burlesman.
Yeah.
Stalling warning stalling
On Burlesman.
Yeah. Took a minute to get that out there. Golly. Anyway, we've reached the end of the second period. Score 4-1. We got 2 more minutes put back on the clock for the final period. Collinsville are back in action on the wrestling mat, on the girls' side of things anyway. Tomorrow, actually, with a trip down to O'Fallon. Burlesman chosen up to start things off here. And Hammer just trying to get the escape. But Burlesman has done a pretty good job so far in the first not quite 30 seconds, Josh.
Yeah. Trying to flip her over.
Yeah, that's the goal. But Hammer's done a good job. I have a warning. That's a warning for stalling given to Hammer. Hammer's trying to hold on here. 30 seconds to go. Burlesman trying to do everything she can to 15 seconds left. And we have a stall point given, but it won't matter. Final score 4-2. And that'll make the final margin for the dual meet 45-27. All right. Got a nice hand from the folks gathered here, and that will,
I believe, do it.
yep. Teams are going to line up and shake hands, and that will be, that'll be all for us. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Big thank you to everyone for watching. We'll be back on 1 week from tomorrow for some more wrestling. I believe we'll have both boys and girls action for you as Kahawks take on Edwardsville in a big Southwestern Conference duel. Until then, everybody stay safe out there and yeah, take care.